Have you ever wondered about the powerful forces that shape our universe? Or looked for a story that explains the cycle of creation, preservation, and destruction? Today, we journey into the heart of Hindu mythology to explore one of its most fascinating deities, Lord Shiva. From the snowy peaks of the Himalayas to the vibrant temples across the world, Shiva's presence is a constant source of inspiration, power, and spiritual wisdom. He's not just a god of destruction. He's a symbol of transformation, a master of yoga, and a loving family man. His stories are more than just ancient tales. They are timeless lessons that continue to guide millions on their spiritual path. So grab a cup of chai, get comfortable, and let's unlock the secrets of Shiva and discover how his legends shape our spirituality today. Let's start with Shiva's most iconic form, Nataraja, the Lord of the Dance. Picture this, a four-armed figure, dancing wildly within a circle of fire. It's a breathtaking image, but what does it really mean? This dance, known as the Tandava, isn't just a performance. It's the cosmic dance of creation and destruction. In one hand, Shiva holds a drum, the Damaru, whose rhythm brings the universe into existence. In another, he holds a flame, Ugni, which represents the fire that will eventually dissolve it. His raised hand offers a gesture of fearlessness, and his pointed foot signifies refuge for the soul. The dwarf-like figure he's standing on? That's a Pasmara, the demon of ignorance and ego. By crushing him, Shiva shows us the path to enlightenment is through overcoming our own ignorance. The dance of Nataraja teaches us that life is a dynamic, ever-changing rhythm. Destruction isn't an end, but a necessary step for new creation. It's a powerful reminder that change is the only constant, and we should embrace it with courage and grace. Now let's talk about a story that highlights Shiva's immense power and compassion. The descent of the river Ganga. The legend goes that King Sagara had 60,000 sons who were reduced to ashes by the sage Kapila for disturbing his meditation. The only way to grant them salvation was to bring the celestial river Ganga down to earth to purify their remains. King Sagara's descendant, Bhajarata, undertook severe penance for years to please Ganga. But there was a problem. The force of Ganga's descent from the heavens would be so powerful it could shatter the earth. Terrified, Bhajarata prayed to Lord Shiva for help. Touched by his devotion, Shiva agreed to intervene. He stood tall and allowed the mighty river to fall directly onto his head. His matted locks, his jata, absorbed the river's thunderous impact, taming her powerful flow and releasing her gently onto the earth in several streams. This story is incredible. It not only explains the origin of the sacred river Ganges, but also showcases Shiva's role as a protector. He can absorb immense negativity and transform it into something life-giving and pure. It teaches us that when we feel overwhelmed by life's challenges, we can turn to a higher power for strength and find a way to channel that chaos into something manageable and positive. Shiva is often called the Mahayogi, the great ascetic. He is the original yogi, who spends eons meditating in the Himalayas. But he is also a family man, a husband to Parvati and a father to Ganesha and Kartikeya. The story of his marriage to Parvati is a beautiful tale of devotion and transformation. Parvati, a reincarnation of Shiva's first wife Sati, was determined to win Shiva's heart. But Shiva, deep in meditation after Sati's death, was uninterested in worldly affairs. So Parvati undertook extreme austerities, living like an ascetic herself to prove her devotion. Her unwavering dedication eventually broke Shiva's meditation. He tested her resolve, but she remained steadfast. Finally, he recognized her as his eternal consort, and their divine union was celebrated across the heavens. This story beautifully balances the two aspects of existence, the spiritual and the worldly. It shows that one doesn't have to renounce the world to achieve spiritual enlightenment. Shiva and Parvati represent the ultimate balance of masculine and feminine energies, of asceticism and household life. Their relationship is a model for how spiritual growth can coexist with love, family, and worldly responsibilities. It's a message that we can find our spiritual center right where we are in our daily lives and relationships. But Shiva's stories aren't always about cosmic events or divine romance. Some are deeply personal and cautionary. Take the story of why he's called Nilkantha, the one with the blue throat. During the Samudra Manthan, the churning of the ocean by the gods and demons to obtain the nectar of immortality, a deadly poison called halahala emerged. This poison was so toxic it threatened to destroy the entire universe. The terrified gods and demons rushed to Shiva for help. Without a second thought, Shiva drank the poison to save the world. But his wife, Parvati, was quick to act. She pressed his throat, preventing the poison from going down into his body. The poison was so potent that it turned his throat permanently blue. This act of ultimate sacrifice makes Shiva a savior. He willingly took upon himself the negativity of the world to protect everyone else. The blue throat is a constant reminder of his compassion and selflessness. It teaches a profound lesson about leadership and responsibility. Sometimes, to protect the greater good, one must be willing to absorb negativity and transform it, rather than letting it spread and cause harm. It's a powerful metaphor for dealing with the poisons in our own lives, be it toxic relationships, negative thoughts, or difficult situations, with courage and a desire for a positive outcome. Let's not forget Ganesha, one of the most beloved deities in Hinduism, and the story of his origin is intrinsically linked to Shiva. The most popular version tells us that Parvati created Ganesha from sandalwood paste to guard her privacy while she bathed. When Shiva returned home, Ganesha, not knowing who he was, dutifully blocked his path. Enraged by this unknown boy's audacity, Shiva, in a fit of anger, severed his head. When Parvati saw what had happened, her grief and anger were boundless. To console her, Shiva promised to bring Ganesha back to life. He sent his attendants, the Ganas, to bring back the head of the first living creature they found, which happened to be an elephant. Shiva then placed the elephant's head on Ganesha's body, revived him, and declared him the leader of his Ganas, hence the name Ganapati. This story, while a bit shocking, is filled with deep symbolism. It represents the ego, the human head, being replaced by something greater, the elephant head, which symbolizes wisdom and foresight. Shiva's initial act of anger and his subsequent act of restoration show us the power of transformation. It's a lesson that even from a terrible mistake, something beautiful and powerful can be born. Ganesha's story teaches us that true wisdom often comes after the death of the ego. So how do these ancient stories resonate with us today, in a world of smartphones and space travel? The answer lies in their timeless, universal themes. The dance of Nataraja reminds us to embrace the constant flow of change in our careers, relationships, and lives. The story of Ganga's descent teaches us to find strength and transform overwhelming challenges into opportunities for growth. Shiva and Parvati's love story shows that we can find a balance between our spiritual aspirations and our everyday lives, finding divinity in the ordinary. The tale of Neelkanth inspires us to face negativity with courage and compassion, whether it's in our communities or within ourselves. And the story of Ganesha's birth is a powerful allegory for overcoming our ego to gain true wisdom. Shiva isn't just a figure from the past. He is a living symbol of transformation, awareness, and the ultimate reality. His legends are a roadmap for navigating the complexities of modern life with ancient wisdom. They encourage us to look within, to meditate, to question, and to find the divine spark that exists in all of us. Whether you see him as a deity, a metaphor, or a philosophical concept, the legends of Shiva offer profound insights into the human condition and our place in the cosmos. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the heart of Shiva's world. I hope these stories have given you a new perspective or a moment of inspiration. There are so many more legends to explore, each with its own unique lesson. Which story resonates with you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the fascinating world of mythology. Until next time, stay curious and keep seeking.